Children, in this video we are going to study about a representative species of the class Basidiomycetes, that is Agaricus. Now Agaricus belongs to the class Basidiomycetes, order Agaricales, family Agaricaceae, genus Agaricus. Now it is a saprophytic fungus. It is found on the wood, logs, manure piles, fresh litter, pastures, etc. The fruit bodies, they are visible part of the fungi. So in Agaricus, what we are able to see in the mushroom, the part what we are able to see, that is only the fruiting body, and that fruiting body is called as the basidiocarp. Okay, they are found in rings in some species like Agaricus arvensis, Agaricus tabularis, and hence they are called as fairy rings. In some species, this the fungus, they grow in the form of a ring and they are called as the fairy rings. Among the most commonly seen mushrooms in the field, that is the most common field mushroom, is Agaricus campestris. Now let's study about the vegetative structure. So as we already studied, Agaricus, the fungus, the plant body of fungus or the thallus of the fungus is made up of hypha. A large number of hypha, they constitute the mycelium. There are three types of mycelia seen. They are primary mycelium, secondary mycelium. So this primary mycelium, they develops from the germination of the basidiospores. By the germination of the basidiospores, they will give rise to the primary mycelium, and it is this primary mycelium, they are septate, uninucleate and haploid. So as we know, this basidiospores, they are the sexual spores produced in the Basidiomycetes. They will germinate and give rise to the septate, uninucleate and haploid hypha, and they are called, since they contain only one nucleus in a cell, they are called as monokaryotic mycelium. Next, fusion of the two primary mycelium of opposite strains will take place. Now two mycelium of different strains, they will fuse to form a secondary mycelium. So as we already studied the Basidiomycetes general characteristics, first when the two hypha they fuse, they will only the cytoplasm will fuse and the nucleus will not fuse, and that condition is called as a dikaryotic condition, and that is a prolonged condition in the Basidiomycetes. So fusion of the primary mycelium of opposite strain will take place and give rise to secondary mycelium, and this is called as the dikaryotic mycelium. So dikaryotic, as we know, because two nucleus is present in each cell in that hypha. The dikaryotic mycelium, they develops into hyphal cords. They are called as the rhizomorphs. So this dikaryotic mycelium, they develops an underground hyphal structure that is called as the rhizomorphs, that perinates, that remain in the soil for a long time. The third type of mycelium, that is the tertiary mycelium, is found in the fruit body, and that is the fruiting body is called as the basidiocarp. Now each cell of hypha, they possess a cell wall. As we have already known the general characteristics of fungus, the fungus cell wall is made up of chitin, and it's a eukaryote, so they have the membrane bound cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulums are also present here. Next we are going to study. So this is the structure of basidiocarp. You can see here the fruiting body of Agaricus. You can see in this, you can see the stalk like structure, that is called the stipe. Okay, stipe is surrounded by a membranous structure that is called the annulus. Above this stipe, there is present a convex structure that is called the pilus, and below the pilus, inside in the inner side of the pilus, there are certain radial arrangements that is called as the gill. This radial arrangement, they run from periphery to the center, so this is called the gill. So this is the structure of the Agaricus basidiocarp. Next we are going to study about the reproduction in Agaricus. So in the case of Agaricus, the reproduction takes place by the chlamydospores. So when the favorable condition comes, these chlamydospores, they will germinate and they will give rise to the mycelium. Sexual reproduction in Agaricus is taking place, but it's not a true form of sexual reproduction because no sex organs and no sex cells are present here. But majority of the species, they are heterothallic, that is the fusing hypha, they are from two different thallus. The fusing hypha, they are from the two different thallus. Okay, so most of the Agaricus, they are heterothallic, but in some species, that is Agaricus biosporus, it is homothallic, that is the two fusing hypha, they are from the same thallus. Homo means same, thallus the plant body, So two fusing hyphae from the same thallus, then it is called as homothallus. If the two fusing hyphae is from two different plant body, two different fungus, but of the same species, then it is called as the heterothallic. Now the opposite strains of the mycelium fuse, that is called as the somatogamy. So here what, as we have already studied, the fusion of the only the vegetative hyphae is taking place. Here what will happen, only the cytoplasm fuses. So this is called as what, the somatogamy, and results in the formation of the dikaryotics, because only the cytoplasm is fusing and the nucleus is not fusing. So this condition is leading to the dikaryotic mycelium or the secondary mycelium. Now the karyogamy, that is the fusion of the nucleus, will takes place only in the basidium. Okay, and is immediately followed by meiosis, giving rise to 4 haploid basidiospores. So here what is happening, fusion of the nucleus will take place inside the basidium. Immediately after the fusion of the nucleus, what will happen, they will undergo meiosis division to produce 4 haploid basidiospores. These basidiospores, they are born on steric matter, that is on the basidium. These basidiospores are attached with the help of a small stalk, that is called as the steric matter. The subterranean mycelial strands called the rhizomorphs possess dense knots of dikaryotic hyphae. So here the rhizomorph, which is present inside the soil or inside the substrata, they have the dikaryotic hyphae, and these dikaryotic hyphae will only give rise to the basidiocarps. Now basidiocarp, the mature basidiocarp is umbrella shape. So the fruiting body of agaricus or mushroom, in appearance you can find it is like an umbrella. It is divided into 3 parts. So here the structure of basidiocarp, you can find 3 structures are present here: the stipe, the gill, and the pilus. Stipe is the stalk region, okay, which is surrounded by a membrane called the annulus. Then we have a convex region called the pilus. Inner side of the pilus, there are some radial arrangement, they are called the gills or the lamella. So here you can find the upper part of the stipe, the stipe is thick, fleshy and cylindrical in structure. The upper part of the stipe, they possess a membranous structure, that is called the annulus. The upper convex surface is called the pilus, which is white or cream in color. The inner surface of the pilus, they show the radial arranged gills or lamella. The gills vary in length. On both the sides of the gills, a fertile layer is present, they are called the hymenium. Okay, now so here the both the sides of the gills, there is a fertile region is present, that is called the hymenium. Okay, on this only you can find the basidium having the spores. So here the stipe, if you find the structure of the stipe is hollow. In the core it is hollow, the center it is hollow, that is it is having what, the prosen parenchymatous tissue, whereas in the periphery they have compactly arranged hypha, and that is forming the pseudoparenchyma tissue. The gill region is divided into 3 regions. The central part of the gill between the 2 hymenial layers is called the trama, and the subhymenial layers, they have closely compact tissue. The hymenium is the fertile layer and possesses the club-shaped basidium. So here you can see in this diagram. So this is the trama between the 2 hymenium. The trama is present. Here one hymenium, at the lower side another hymenium. Between them is this region is called the trama. They are compactly arranged. Then you have the subhymenium. Above that we have the hymenium, which is having the club-shaped basidium. The hymenium is the fertile layer and possesses club-shaped basidia. The basidia is interspersed with sterile hyphae. They are called the paraphyses. Now between this basidium, okay, between this hymenium, there are some sterile, that is which is not having any spores. They are called as the paraphyses. Now each basidium bears 4 basidiospores. So on each basidium 4 haploid basidiospores are present. Of these, 2 are from one strain, that is plus strain, and the other is from the negative strain, from the another strain. Okay, the basidiospores from the stalk-like structure, they are called as the steric So here you can see in this diagram, you can see above the basidium, the grey color basidiospores are present, and these basidiospores are attached to the basidium with the help of a small stalk. That stalk is called as the steric matter. The basidiospores On germination, they produce the haploid, they produce haploid primary mycelium. So here you can find that is when these basidiospores they germinate, they will give rise to the haploid primary mycelium. So here in this, the life cycle of agaricus is given here in this diagram. You can see. So you can see by meiosis. So you can start from the meiosis. From meiosis, what will happen? The 4 haploid spores are produced. Okay, so that 4 haploid spores, they are called as the basidiospores, and that we have studied. 2 is from plus strain and 2 is from the minus strain. So here these basidiospores, they will germinate. So plus strain basidiospores and minus strain basidiospores, they will germinate and they will give rise to the respective monokaryotic mycelium. Okay, next, so here you can find this is all the haploid phase. Okay, uh, uh, next what will happen, this monokaryotic mycelium of opposite strains, they will fuse together. Plus strain and minus strain, they will fuse together, and that is called as the somatogamy. From the somatogamy, what will happen, only in the cytoplasm is fusing, so that is called as the plasmogamy. Okay, so here this plasmogamy leads to the dikaryotic condition. So from the plasmogamy starts the dikaryotic phase. So from the plasmogamy, the dikaryotic cell will give rise to the secondary mycelium, and the secondary mycelium will form the rhizomorph. The rhizomorph will give rise to the basidiocarp. Till here we have the dikaryotic condition. Till rhizomorph we have the dikaryotic condition. Now in the basidiocarp, what will happen in the basidia? Fusion of the nucleus is taking place. Immediately meiosis will take place. So here we have a very short diploid phase. Then we have a haploid phase and a prolonged elongated dikaryotic phase in the life cycle of agaricus. So hope children you have understood about the agaricus and the life cycle of the agaricus. Thank you children.